Alright, let's expand our power network. Hello. How far can I go? That far. So we need to get our power over there so we can actually be mining. Come on. Oop. There we go. Here we go. And from here it's basically where's my mediums? I am bad at picking stuff out of a crowd. There's just a wave of icons on the screen. Am I out of mediums? I am. I'll just make more, I guess. Oh no, they're down there. They were already down there, weren't they? God damn it. I'm a special kind of person, you know that? Alright, these are powered. These are powered. And we have rails. Which I may replace with faster rails at some point, but for now, I will just be happy to have a functioning system at all for transporting the stuff. In fact, until you set up the basic transports, they won't even freaking move. So once we have this nice little track going on for a little while... Oh wow, I have a lot of these. Can I make it all the way there? Oh no, sadness tree. Oh wow, I had a lot of those, didn't I? Alright. Well, the coal's gonna be finding its way down here. That's what's gonna be happening. Do I have my underground still? There's my track, there's my underground track. I guess it doesn't matter actually, never mind. Oops. Yeah, I was thinking about the track, but I'm sure it's gonna end here. Well, actually, I don't know if trains are one way yet, because I still haven't done a functioning train yet. It might be that it only goes in one direction or something. But anyway, we're going to completely dismantle this whole nightmare up here. Because my new goal is going to be to feed all of the raw iron all the way down there. So all the raw iron, copper, and the raw iron and copper and coal is all going to be in one location. That way I can process it all in one place that all has coal locally, so I don't have to worry about whether or not we have the proper materials. Or having super long tracks to take things back and forth. Here we go. In fact, I could almost not process any of it and just work on just loading it directly into the right, I need to build trains first though, so that doesn't work quite. But once I have trains, I can potentially just load it all directly into the train and just send that over and not have any facilities over here besides gathering the resources themselves. Oh yeah, there's ocean over there. I wonder if enemies can even cross the ocean. This little batch over here in the bottom corner might be the only remaining bad guys that can threaten this particular location without going past the other one first. Alright. So let's... Where's my treadmills? Oh, I'm already holding them. Stupid. Alright. Doesn't need to stick out like this anymore. So we'll just go ahead and head down this way. Onward! I'm not gonna make it. Probably... Oh no, there's another stack somewhere. The number went back up. I apparently just keep having more stacks of this stuff than I think I do somewhere. It's fine. I will always be bad at looking at a grid of icons and picking out the icon correctly. That's just been an ongoing problem. Alright, so I made it down here. So, wow, yeah, here it comes. Here it all comes, because it's all produced relatively quickly. So we have a lot of both resources coming in, and now I just need to work on refining it all. Because I need to be able to build tracks. And to build tracks, I need iron and steel. So let's set up a system. Alright. First of all, I can combine these into the same track. That'll work just fine. So... yeah, let's actually back it up a bit. There we go. Iron on one side. Gonna bring the coal up on the other side. Is it already on the right side? It is. Cool. That is cool. Oops, backwards. There we go. Iron and coal on one track together. Now I just need to set up my furnaces, which will now have both resources readily available. Oops, wrong spot. Hey guys. That's the wrong way again. I am the king of rotation. I don't know if you picked up on that yet. There we go. And now we need a bunch of medium power lines. There they are. To best cover this area. Let's see, right here is a good spot. No? Here? Yeah. It's good to be efficient about my placement here just because I'm probably going to build more furnaces over time for the sheer amount of resources we're dealing with. Alright. But right now we need to connect that to the other existing tracks. So right over there. There we go. So put that on the right side of one. If I put it over here, there'll be a gap. But the gap doesn't matter. Yeah, just don't put anything in that one spot and we're good. Do I have arms? I have more arms. Alright. With these arms placed. Now put a track. Oh yeah, I probably should put the track facing the other direction. Because if it faces the other direction, I can then feed it left and right like this over and over again through multiple tiers of processing. So, this rod, where is it on the inventory? Rod just requires an iron plate. Okay, the rod requires an iron plate, but the steel also requires an iron plate, so I need to be splitting those. I also need a source of stone. Do we have a local source of stone? That's copper. That's iron. That's coal. That's copper. What does stone look like? I think that's stone up there, the bright gray. So there's no local stone. That's a bummer, actually. Alright. So I guess I'll have to go manually gather some stone. Or, you know, set up a mining facility on the stone so I get a bunch of stone. But for now, let's set up a system that gives me what I need. So, we'll set up the tracks. Oops, I just started building tracks instead. Oh, actually, no, I need... Oh, no, I don't need tracks. I have like 100 over there. And there are various little stacks in my inventory. Okay, so... just kind of giving myself a little distance here. We're going to need a split. There it is. Splitter. You're going to come down. Alright. So we have two directions that the iron is currently going in. We're going to want one of them to process it into... Probably need to give myself more distance than this, actually. But ultimately, we're going to have one making steel and one making poles, so I can keep making train tracks. Let's see how this pans out. Alright, ultimately these can be like parallel. Let's go up here. There we go. This is going to be poles, but for that we need assembling machines, right? This is where things get messy, because these are big, awkward, expensive things to make, basically. I need copper. I'm out of copper? Well, that's easy. We have horrifying quantities of copper over here. There we go. But, oh, it needs to be processed. We need to set up a copper processing plant or we're going to be in trouble. Okay. There's still horrifying amounts of copper around here. Let's see here. I mean, for now, let's just set up a treadmill, right? Going straight from one of these locations. Obviously, we're getting rid of this before long, but I can use this to craft a bunch of copper plates. We're going to need a lot of smelters, though. I don't have the stone for the smelters. That's the biggest bummer of this whole situation, is not having a local stone source. I guess I'm going for a walk. So let's finally set up some resources. We need to start mining the stone. There we go. Where's my tracks? There we are. I want to mine stone, and I want to be combining it into a chest. At the very least. That'll give me something to work with. Where's my regular arm? Am I out of arms? Yep, I was. Okay. Sometimes I just craft something because I can't check. I don't know how to check otherwise without staring at that screen for way too long. Alright. That'll put you guys in range. And you. Now we just need to connect this to other parts. All connected now. Alright. I have a source of stone. Alright, we're back. At this point I'm going to disregard this entire rail. Don't want to deal with that right now. I'm just going to create a big complicated series of tracks right now, I think. Okay, so get rid of you. Get rid of you. I don't have space for that stuff. Oh man, yeah, I don't have places to put a lot of this copper. Here, put all of mine in here. Still not enough? Damn. Alright. What about you? Oh, you're... Okay. You can put a bunch of copper in here. Still not there though, huh? Guess the fastest way to do it still is to click there. Yeah, that's handy how fast that is actually. Oops, that's left click instead of right click. Nope. Oh, I need a shift click, right. Got mixed up for a second there. We're gonna get there, damn it. There we go. It's out of the way. I'm just gonna feed everything directly into this spot, and we're gonna start smelting all of this. Oh, I should have not made it go that far though, huh? Yeah, actually. My bad. There we go. So we're gonna make it go this way like we did before. Just so it all goes along this way. And we're going to create a furnace. So my ongoing process here that makes this system kind of work in my head is that I'm going to want to... I think I want to constantly make it so that when I'm... when I'm feeding resources into a process, I'm going left. And when I'm taking the resources out of a process, I'm going right. And I may have crunched myself where I won't have space for some of the stuff, but if needed, I can go underground and go back up here a little bit, I guess, and I'll find space. Or I'll slowly expand in this direction as the resources I'm making get more complicated. But I'm trying to, create the actual factory line that this game is, the namesake of this game, basically. Let's see. Let's make some more inserters, like a whole bunch of them, because I'm about to be really mass-producing things now. Alright, so... there's my whole bunch of that. Why are you... Let's just grab you real quick. Why are you taking up both sides of the track? I'm not sure. Anyway, this is definitely time for a splitter. Put this guy over here. Because I need to feed the coal into 2 locations. Where's my splitter? I had more, right? Splitters. I'm gonna build one, it's gonna flash and be like, oh, they were there the whole time. They're down here, damn it. Damn you! Alright. There, splitters. I am really, really bad at picking something out of a lineup. When I just see a whole bunch of chaotic visuals. I'm almost impressed with myself. Alright, so I definitely want it coming in on this side, so let's go forward 1 and then rotate in. No! Crap. Did that wrong. Oop, did I run out somehow? I actually ran out of tracks, huh? Alright. No! That's how I do it. There we go. I got it straight in my head. But now I've somehow got... No, yeah, the copper's on the right side now. Alright, copper's on one side, coal's on the other. I don't know how this is getting all doubled up. Maybe when it's off camera, it just bunches up in some weird way. Alright, the important thing is we have the basic setup now. So now we're going to load them up. Here I am, I'm finally mass producing. Because I've got the sheer number of resources now to make it all make sense. If I use every other one, we'll have a good system here. It's less complicated than the initial setup they showed me, which had a long arm grabbing one resource and a short arm grabbing another resource, but with how long it takes for these things to burn versus how little time it takes to load the resources usually, I don't think that's really that much of a concern. Yeah. Alright, now we need to be pulling these things back out. So keep that trend going. Oop. Surprise autosave. Messed with my sequence for a second there. Now these are going to go back the other way, according to what I was discussing earlier, to keep this consistent. Because we'll find other uses for that copper. Wait, was that already done? Nope, that we do need to fuel that. I'm out of mediums again, I think. Yeah. What do mediums require? They require copper plate. Oh, well, that's easy. Do-do-do-do-doom. Look at all that copper plate I got. Alright, let's craft some more medium power. That'll help this make a little more sense. Keep everything fueled at once. There we go. Alright, so we have one location with the... so why was I doing all that? I need to rewind my brain now. I think it was because of the assembly machines. It was probably the assembling machines. Crafting speed 0.5, 0.75. These are kind of expensive though. I have the resources, I guess. And maybe I should stick with 2.0s. Let's go ahead and grab you and stick with 2.0s. I don't know why I'm calling them 2.0s instead of just 2s. Right, it was the inserters, I think. I think that was the choke point I hit, is I couldn't build more inserters without more copper, but now I've got a bunch of copper. We've had all this copper available to us up till now. Look at those guys. Oh, cool, it's automatically emptying the track. Yeah, let's set that up to do that. Where's my track? Did I run out of track? I don't see any track. Oh yeah, I ran out of track. My bad. But yeah, if I set up these treadmills to unleash all the copper, then these boxes will empty themselves without me having to babysit them, and we'll stop dealing with that. I'm gonna try to get more resources together so I can build more belts. Now I'm out of plate. Oh, inventory's full. That's fine. I can just load you guys with these ores so I don't have to carry them around anymore. There we go. Now I'll grab all your plates, which will then free you up to make more ores in the first place. And now let's just build a ton of transport belts so I don't have to deal with this ever again. Alright, I have a bunch of tracks, and I'm working on inserters. Should be good to get started again, though. So, one of the things I was working on... Sorry, I'm just thinking, like, do I still want to work on rods at this point, is what I'm wondering. I could work on the train track situation, or I could just turn these into steel plates right here. Let's do... I mean, no matter what I'm doing, I'm going to want steel plates, so let's just get started on that regardless. There we go. Wrong spot. Alright. Oh, these ones need to have coal also. That's a little bit of a pain. Alright, yeah, I didn't think about that as well as I should have. So I need to keep getting another source of coal every time I split things off like this, or we're in trouble. This is where the short and long arm inserters come in handy, I'm sure. Yeah, let's start working on long hands, because I don't have that many of those. Try to set those up as every other arm around here. Oh crap. I need space for another row to do that. Alright. Nope, guys, sorry. Guys, no. I guess I don't need to take the... I guess I don't need to pick those up right now. No, I do need to pick them up, actually, yeah. They're gonna become a problem otherwise. Alright, so the long arm inserters are gonna be there for... You can reach that? Cool. They go a little further back than I'd hope. No, actually, no, that doesn't matter, because, the thing they're putting the resources into is twice as long. Okay. So I'm now setting up what we saw in the tutorial. Or what we saw in the pre-made map. I'm making my own copy of this now. Feed it all in. Oh god, nope. Grab those real quick. Here we go. Alright, now the short arm inserters will grab the coal. Do I want them on both sides? No. Not yet, at least. Alright. Place these all accordingly. Ooh, the power source messed with me a little bit. Alright. Let's try it again. That's better. Okay. Now we'll mess with power again. Where'd the... Oh, there's the 4 of them. Right here. Alright, that's slightly horrifying looking, watching them all flail simultaneously like that. Alright, that'll be one of our sources. At this point, you're not going to be feeding right in there. So you just go forward a little bit more. I'm sure we'll find it. We'll have a different thing we use the those things for. I mean, if nothing else, we'll be making gears. So I need steel, iron, copper, solar. Yeah. So the biggest things are I need to set up the sequence that'll make me piercing rounds and solar panels. At this point, the other base is so far away, and it doesn't really have... I don't think there's much reason for me to go to the other base, so I guess I'm going to drop my entire railcart project and just accept this as being my new project. Not really the direction I thought this would go in, but it seems like the most reasonable thing to do at this moment. Alright. We need to be dumping these resources off. There's all of our steel combining into one track. Just gotta be careful about how I choose to recombine these things. So what do I want to craft next? So steel is one of the objects steel is one of my end products. Iron is one of my end products. Okay. Copper is one of my end products. So these are 3 of the things I need to make. So let's work on what is required to make piercing rounds and solar panels. I assume rounds are easier to make. Piercing rounds are copper and steel. Alright, that's 2 of the things we have. The other one is... solar panels. Oh, yep. Electronic circuit's going to be more complicated. But for now, we can work with this. Alright, so I'm sure I'll have another use for copper. Let's split the copper. Yeah, we're going to separate the 2 sources of copper. But for now, one of them is going to be just used to feed directly in with the steel. Going right back along here to save space a little bit. Gonna be ruining the entire system of... Oh, wow. Everything reconfigured itself perfectly, and the only thing that's currently being wasted is, the only thing currently being wasted right now is, just this one little floating piece right here. Poor guy. That's taken care of. Okay. We're gonna want to split you also, because one of you is gonna be feeding in to making our ammo, while one of you is going to be sticking around because there's other uses for steel around here. And I think I want to have the ammo just go off in its own little place right now. Yeah, at this point we're going to have to start filtering in that direction because we're running out of space in here. That's what I'm going to do. Let's just build this in the opposite direction instead. There we go. My progress is being squeezed out, so it makes sense just to commit to going down here now. Let's see. I think everything I do with copper is just assembly machines, so I don't think I need another source of coal coming down here right now. So I think the current state is going to do just fine. I just need to recombine these things accordingly. Let's have this plate go a little bit over here, because then I can build an under tunnel. Definitely going to build a few splitters here. And a few under tunnels to clean things up when I need to. Get rid of this pole. Get rid of the box. Get rid of the rail. Steel chest. Let's get all the things on here that I'm more likely to be needing in the near future. Bunch of assembling machines. Build more of those. Just trying to sort out my track as needed. So we have our track, we have our splitters. They're not stacked properly, there we go. And then the under part. Did I build them yet? Oh, we're still waiting on those. Let's just let this, so what I'm crafting right now get crafted. Alright, our crafted materials are ready. I want a tunnel going under here. Just to reorient the pattern here. There we go. So I definitely want these two together. So I can make progress here. Okay, so we're making armor-piercing rounds. Let's put you down. So I just need one. I'll give myself space just in case. Let's see. Yeah, I should combine them onto tracks, but I'll have more uses for both of those materials. So I want to create a track for this. Let's give it let's avoid the getting in the way of that one track over there. There we go. 3 for armor piercing. Do I have no? Am I at a medium again? Oh no, there they are. Oh, I'm out of range. There we go. Alright. So we'll split these again. Just so I have the ability to more easily get both when I need them again. Alright. So armor piercing is steel and copper. And that's definitely Piercing Rounds Magazine. Yeah, that's definitely the same name. Just making sure I'm on the right track on that part, among other things. So if I turn you towards the track, you should combine to 1. Perfect. Now we can just head down here. Oh. I'll just pick these up instead. It's more satisfying than... having this be a straight line is more satisfying than fixing that orientation there. Alright. I have some fast inserters. So now, let's tell you all to make... Crap. No, how do I... There we go. That was dumb of me. Alright. Now they're all making armor piercing. Slow inserters should be fine on the output part, because obviously loading a bunch of pieces is more time consuming than picking up the one object that's being crafted afterwards. And now we'll be having the material we're here for. There we go. We're now building armor-piercing magazines. I need 2,500. Alright. 2,500. So what I really need is just one combined location for all the final resources so they all come into the car together. Alright, now that armor-piercing magazines are being built, let's see. I don't want to keep expanding the track, so for now I'll just put a chest here. And an arm that's continually loading it. I have another small one, right? Yeah. There we go. So this will continually get loaded with these. Probably not as fast as they can be made. Which is a problem, I guess. Yeah. Do I have another fast inserter? Let's just build another one real quick. Because yeah, the speed of that thing is going to be a problem. There we go. So obviously they're going to be crafted relatively quickly between those 3 things. Alright. So we have a source of copper plates, we have a source of steel plates, we have a source of iron plates, we have a source of piercing rounds. All we need is a source of solar panels. And then from that point on, all I really do is just keep scaling up until we're clean. And that'll involve me building more and more mining resources so we keep getting the resources faster, and then expanding all the things that process them, and just keep building more and more of everything so that things go faster along the way. Alright, so... solar panels. Steel and electronic circuits. So next we have to figure out how electronic circuits are made. Copper cable and plate. And you make copper cable out of using copper plates in a machine. So that'll be a reason to go faster there. Let's see. Need a whole bunch of objects for these. Let's get some resources. Can I build them? Not only one, really. What am I short on? It must just be the processed materials I need more of. Right, I have all the raw versions. I'm just gonna dump these in these. I'm gonna dump all my raw materials in these machines till they're full up.